Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. In today's video, we are making some delicious and absolutely amazing palm nut soup, also known as Banga soup in Nigeria. Let's dive right in. I will start by seasoning my meat. I'll add some bay leaf, some black pepper, one Maggi tablet. I'm using the shrimp, and then I will go ahead and salt my meat. I'm using cow foods, some crab, and some meat. Okay, so you want this your base to be your saltiest part, and I'll go ahead and blend my marinade. I have some garlic, a tablespoon of anise seed or kitten kitty, and I have two green seasoning or green marinade. I have that on the page, I'll link it, and I have one small onion. I also forgot my ginger, so that's that, and it's blended. I'll add it onto my meat, rinse out the blender, then add that bit of water to this, give it a stir, cover, and allow this to steam for about 15 minutes on medium heat. I'll proceed to boil some vegetables on the side. I'm using some turkey berries, 2 large tomatoes, half of a zucchini, and 1 large onion. I'll bring that to a boil, and I'm using the concentrate in the can, and I have a little bit of the actual palm nut fruit, okay, the one that has been pounded and everything already. So we'll go ahead and prep that. I also have a little bit of akrantia, which my sister brought me, and some dry fish. I'll add the akrantia to the soup base, then we'll go ahead and prep our palm nuts concentrate. Transfer it into a bowl, then rinse out your can with some hot water to get everything into the bowl, then add some hot water to dilute your concentrate. Okay, so I'll mix that in until it's nicely dissolved, and next I'll go ahead and do the same with the actual palm nut fruit. After adding in the hot water or warm water, set this aside and allow it to cool so it's easier to work with. Next, I have here one 18 fruits or precursor, which I'm going to crack open a little bit and roast it in my air fryer. If you have an open flame, you can also do that. This will release the aroma and the sweetness of the fruit. Okay, so I'll toss it in for 5 minutes. Then I'll go ahead and blend the vegetables that I cooked. So this is how our soup base is looking. I'll add in my precursor and dry fish at this time, and as well as the blended vegetables. Give this a toss, rinse out the blender, add that bit of moisture in here as well. Then we'll go ahead, cover this, and we'll now work on our palm nut soup. Okay, the soup base, so I'll extract the soup out of the palm nut fruit, the actual one. The other one, we don't have to do so much with it. I'll strain it to ensure that we don't have any of the chaff in our soup, and I'll extract it for a second time. So once I'm done, I'll go ahead and strain it into my soup to ensure that our soup is nice and smooth. And when straining your soup, you don't want to add the bottom particles in there, because that still has the particles from the palm nut fruit. So I'll go ahead and strain this one as well. I'll now rinse out the blender and add that bit of water in to rinse my strainer to make sure that I'm getting everything out of the strainer. I'll give this a toss or stir it, then cover it halfway and allow this to boil for about 35 minutes. 35 minutes later, our soup has simmered down beautifully. So at this point, you want to taste for your season. I needed a bit more salt, so I added a bit more, and I'll add in the rest of my additions. I have here some zucchini, some mushroom. What is palm nut soup without mushroom? You are missing out. And I'll add some extra chilies for those who need it, and I'll also add in some grilled mackerel. I have that on the page as well. I will link it for your convenience. So delicious. And I'll give this a stir. This is looking good, and I'll cover it and allow it to simmer for about 20 more minutes. And after 10 minutes, I'll add in some onions for some extra deliciousness and freshness. And at this point, guys, we'll allow this to go for about 10 more minutes, and 10 minutes later, our soup is ready. The oil is settled on top, and you know this is good oil. So make sure you scoop off the excess oil. Okay, you can use that for your bean stew, your whatever stew you want to. And this is how our food looks, absolutely delicious on some fufu. Ooh, wait, guys, this was amazing. It was delicious. I mean, yen epia pimfo. Adiya nine na ye pe yen to enyuma me kwine mire and wow. Oh, guys, this was so good. I wish I could invite you to my table. Well, that is it for today. Make some. I really hope you try this recipe. Thank you so much for doing this with me. And until we meet again, stay blessed, stay out of trouble, and be well. Bye, y'all.